It's ultimately up to our lawmakers. Why do you laugh?
Because I don't think they do their jobs.
And welcome back to Square Off. A landmark ruling by a Maricopa County judge this past week found that our lawmakers haven't been doing their job. More so, the judge said they've been violating the Arizona Constitution's requirement to properly fund public schools. The ruling came after an 8-year legal battle. 12 News journalist Joe Dana explains the case and what could come next.
This multi-billion-dollar trial came down to really one phrase: whether the state is providing a general and uniform public school system for all schools in Arizona as required by the Constitution. At this Peoria Unified Elementary School,
I want the schools to be funded correctly.
Parents not surprised Thursday morning to learn a judge concluded school districts are underfunded. They see the consequences.
They've obviously cut down on the special electives and things because of lack of funding.
The question is, what now? It's ultimately up to our lawmakers. Why do you laugh?
Because I don't think they do their jobs.
I think the most important thing about this, the judge looked at all the evidence and said this is broken and it's unconstitutional. And now it's time for the legislature and the governor to come together, work with us.
That may not happen soon. Senate President Warren Peterson did not respond to our requests for comment. House Speaker Steve Montenegro says the legislature plans to appeal the decision. Governor Katie Hobbs telling 12 News her office is reviewing the judge's ruling and considering her options. The plaintiffs, made up of school districts and teachers, argued the Arizona legislature is shortchanging public schools for capital needs like buses, repairs, AC units, and technology.
The lawsuit included first-person stories, pictures, stories about what's happening in schools. I mean, a month doesn't go by that we're hearing about schools having to shut down, go online, or divert children because the facilities cannot withstand the actual lack of upkeep.
The judge's decision, more than 100 pages, concludes the legislature is not just failing to fund daily operation needs of public schools, but also creating a system of haves and have-nots, because districts that cannot pass local bonds and overrides are even worse off. The lead attorney for schools says the clock is ticking.
The state agency that's supposed to fix these problems, the backlog from last year exceeds their entire budget for this year.
Meanwhile, more reporting by 12 News shows the large expenses in the state's growing private school voucher program.
Our case is not against vouchers or ESAs, but the Constitution has certain things that the legislature has to do. So they might want to give almost $1 billion to these ESAs, but they can't say, hey, we don't have enough money to fund public schools because we're doing all these other things.
Voucher reform! The teachers union president would like to see lawmakers and the governor call a special session to address the judge's decision.
So the urgency can be put on these legislators to do that, and the governor, and we're hoping that people see that this is something that not only should happen, but can happen and will.
Joe Dana, 12 News.